What's up, ladies, gents? What's going on? It's Joey G. Coming at you in a kind of a weird kind of vibe. I felt I had to do a show, little quick show, nothing that long. I know my mouth intends to run long sometimes, but, I said earlier this week, matter of fact, I said last night during SmackDown and Monday during Raw that I was going to tell you why I think Daniel Bryan sucks and why the IWC, along with all the crybabies and all you internet sensations and, the same people that were into Caval, low key, who's on TNA right now. They play their show like 5 times on Friday just to get ratings. But I'm telling you, basically, not Daniel Bryan. I don't think he sucks. He is a good little wrestler. He's a good little, He's a good little technician. He's like a Rey Mysterio, just way more cornier. And I'm not a Rey Mysterio fan. I'm not a fan of a guy who wears a mask. Never have, never will be. Daniel Bryan, I don't understand it. I remember when he came in with the Nexus, and I remember Michael Cole busting on him, and I kind of liked him. You know what I mean? I thought, this dude's, all right. I hope he makes the WWE because, Cole was a dick, and he was putting him down, But, he transforms, and then, he wins, and then, it's like chicks like him, you know what I mean? The Bellas, if you remember, were liking him, and he was going out with Gail Kim, and Gail Kim was still in WWE. And then, and then that Yes thing, if anybody remembers, started at TLC 2011 when he became a heel after he cashed in on the Big Show and told everybody, gave his word that he wasn't going to cash in to WrestleMania 28. And he cashed in at TLC 2011 on the Big Show and won the title in, 48 seconds? And then he lost it in 18 seconds to Sheamus at WrestleMania 28. But that's where the Yes thing started. If you remember, at WrestleMania 28, Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan for the World Championship when they had 2 belts was the first match. And you saw Yes signs all in the crowd in Miami. Yes, yeah, it was a cocky thing. He used to come to the ring and be like, yes, 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 yes. You know what I mean? It's just, what is it? You can see, people say, I had a comment, I like muscle-bound steroid, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying, dude? It is what it is, bro. I just know talents when I see it. Roman Reigns, and I'm not a big Roman Reigns fan. I didn't want Roman. I have a show on here that says if Roman wins, Philly riots. I did not want Roman Reigns to win, but I wanted anybody but Daniel Bryan. But everybody at the Wells Fargo Center, I was there. What do you call it? I know I plug it, but I was. You know what I mean? I've been to just about every pay-per-view that's ever been here in Philly. What do you call it? And it was like everybody wanted anybody to win the Royal Rumble but Roman Reigns. I mean, you heard at the end they were cheering Rusev. But Roman Reigns has got the it factor. Rusev has got the it factor. I don't like him. He's not Russian. He's Bulgarian. Lana's Russian. Lana's hot as shit. You know what I mean? I definitely pumped that onion. But it's just this Daniel Bryan thing, it's getting retarded. Like Batista said, and he wasn't even talking about Daniel Bryan. He's talking about CM Punk, one of my favorites of all time. Why do you do that? He's gone. He left. I can see it in the beginning. I can see it in his hometown. This is Dave Batista saying this about a year ago. Or a little after WrestleMania last year. People during matches will just start cheering his name or start saying, yes, yes, Daniel Bryan. Not just during a Batista match or a Randy Orton match or a Kane match, guys Daniel Bryan and CM Punk were feuding with. During John Cena and anybody. John Cena and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler and Curtis Axel. You know what I mean? Whoever's out there wrestling. You know what I mean? They're cheering Daniel Bryan. It's like that's all you internet sensation geeks want is Daniel Bryan. All he can do is kicks in the head. That's why he got fired. Remember he was in Nexus and he got fired. And then Vince brought him back as a babyface at SummerSlam 2010. And, the Nexus could have went on and won that, and Cena did bury that. I will say that. That was confirmed by Edge and Chris Jericho. Nexus was supposed to go over in that. And they had Daniel Bryan in there to the end. Daniel Bryan, hey, I'm not saying the dude don't work his ass off. He does. He does. I hate to say this, but I do respect him. I respect him. But world champion, face of the WWE, like Triple H said, no. He's not the face of the WWE. No, not at all. Roman Reigns has got that look. And let me tell you, and this is what I mean. I'm a Vince Russo guy. I'm a Paul Heyman guy. I'm an Eric Bischoff guy. I'm a Kevin Nash guy. I'm a Scott Hall guy. I'm a Hulk Hogan guy. I'm also a Randy Savage guy. God rest your soul, Macho Man. I'm a Shawn Michaels guy. Triple H, I'm kind of, I'm going to get into him in a second. But it's just this thing with Daniel Bryan, I can't stand it. And you IWC moron liberal faggots have got me so mad and turned against this dude, you know what I mean? That I probably would like if, you know what I mean, people would just, if you just liked them like a regular, you know what I mean? But he's not a CM Punk. Everybody said, well, if you don't like Daniel Bryan, how could you like CM Punk? CM Punk looks like a wrestler. CM Punk had the attitude, the badass. He made straight edge cool. You know what I mean? In my way, if you don't, let loose, you know what I mean, a little, or you know what I mean, vent a little, then you got something wrong with you, man. For real. But CM Punk made straight edge look cool. He actually makes it. He actually, has me and still has me thinking about, going completely straight edge, even quitting smoking cigarettes. You know what I mean? That's what CM Punk's. What's Daniel Bryan's influence? To run around. If he didn't have Yes and he didn't have his beard, what would he have? Would you people be cheering him? If he didn't have his beard and he didn't have the Yes thing, would you people still be cheering him? Yeah, you probably would be, but you wouldn't be going nuts over him. And what are you going to do? Every year he don't win the Royal Rumble, you're going to cry? I'm not subscribing to the WWE Network because Daniel Bryan lost and he didn't win. Dude, it's the way it is. When I was younger, Hulk Hogan was the man. That was the guy when I was younger. Hogan, Savage, you know what I mean? And then even Brett and Shawn. They weren't the biggest, but they weren't the smallest. You know what I mean? And then Rock and Austin and Triple H and DX and the Nation and all that, during the Attitude Era. Then Batista, John Cena, The Undertaker, all through the years. All larger-than-life superstars. CM Punk, Chris Jericho, they're not larger than life, but they're still wrestlers. Daniel Bryan is like something you would see. I mean, he's a good wrestler. He would make a great Intercontinental Champion. But as the world champion, and as long as you people hijack shows with him, I'm going to rant on yous, I'm going to shit on yous and everything. And if you ever compare Daniel Bryan to Hulk Hogan, you can't even compare Daniel Bryan to John Cena. For real. You can't compare, I don't even know how you compare Daniel Bryan to Batista, to Randy Orton. Seriously. To Triple H. You know what I mean? To CM Punk. I mean, he's nowhere near that. He sucks. He just, no charisma, no nothing. And if you think he's a better wrestler than Dolph Ziggler, you're nuts. And I'm not a big Dolph Ziggler fan. I'm a Dean Ambrose, Randy Orton fan. They're my two favorite wrestlers right now. Randy Orton always has been. And I like Dean Ambrose when he was John Moxley. You know what I mean? I've always been a John Moxley, Dean Ambrose fan. So they're my two favorite wrestlers. So you got something bad to say about Randy Orton or Dean Ambrose, then you're fucking nuts. For real. Real quick, I want to get on the Chyna Triple H situation. Triple H really made us, and this is one of the reasons why, I'm not a real Triple H guy. I mean, I kind of am. He does know what's good for business. And he's a wrestling historian like myself. He knows dates. He knows when things happened. You know what I mean? I've been through everything. I mean, when I was incarcerated, you know what I mean? When I was out doing my thing, on runs, on drug runs. I admit it. Ain't no shame in Joey G's game. You know what I mean? I got a pass. This can identify what I'm about to say. You know what I mean? I got a pass. But I always stayed true to my love, which was wrestling. You know what I mean? And football. In the NFL. I'm a diehard football fan, NFL fan. All through all that, it was kind of hard to watch wrestling in jail, you know what I mean? Because they don't have cable. Well, they had UPN, and that's the last time I was in there, it was on UPN. But I couldn't watch Raw. I always saw the Raw Rebound or Raw on Saturday afternoons on Channel 48, and I would, hijack the TV and see what happened. And that's when, the world title was on Raw. Back in 2003, that's when I was, 2003, 2004. But, and 2006. But I ain't, talking about my past. But what Triple H said was, the question was to Michael, somebody said to him, I think it was Michael Cole, yeah, but that's who he did, or one of the other guys, did the interview with him, will Chyna ever be in the Hall of Fame? And then Triple H said, yeah, he should be, yeah. But what if an 8-year-old Googles on, and sees Chyna, and, how they had The Rock in wrestling back in the day with Hulk Hogan in a cartoon? Well, Chyna did a porno called Cock in Wrestling. and it had like Mean Gene lookalike and a Hulk Hogan lookalike and a Randy Savage lookalike and a Hillbilly Jim lookalike, all fucking Chyna. I mean, she just shit, like literally, Chyna took her ass and like shit on the business, like dropped the fucking bomb on it. You know what I mean? But she was messed up, man. She was going out with X-Pac, a.k.a. Sean Waltman, and, you know, he was a mess. I mean, he was shooting dope and all. I mean, he was just going overboard. You know what I mean? He just wasn't smoking weed and drinking and, you know, snorting a couple Lizzies. He was off the hinges, you know what I mean? And I know what it's like to be off the hinges, but, you know, but Chyna was off the hinges. But look how many people are in the Hall of Fame. You want to talk about doing porn? Look at Sunny. Look at, you know what I mean? Look at the porn she did. You put her in the Hall of Fame. Medusa. She was just announced on Monday night. She threw the WWE Women's title in the trash can live on Monday Night Raw at the height of the Monday Night Wars. I say what you want, and no, I was running wild and getting mad chicks back then. And still, you know what I mean? And that was in my prime. That was 20 years ago, November 18th, 1995. I remember the date. She came out. I didn't think she was going to do that and drop the women's title. And she's going into the Hall of Fame, Hunter. Look, what if somebody Googles onto that and says, why is she in the Hall of Fame? She trashed the Divas title, Daddy. Why is Sunny in there? She slept with Grandpop. Remember that? You had that live skit on Raw Triple H where you said that your father-in-law slept with Sunny. What if your 8-year-old son types that up? It's basically, Hunter, why don't you get some balls and say, Joni Lawler, a.k.a. Chyna, is not going to be in the Hall of Fame because my wife, who wears the pants in my family, she even wears them bigger than my big nose. What do you call it? That's Triple H. What do you call it? She wears the pants and she doesn't want Chyna in the Hall of Fame. So we're going to leave her out because that's what's best for business. That's what you should say, Hunter. And if you said that, then me, Vince Russo, and probably everybody else on the internet will agree with you. Hey, I'm not defending Chyna. Chyna did some sick shit. That is... I mean, I'm not into porn. I'll be honest with you, I'm not. I mean, I'm not a dude that don't get chicks. Even when I was a little kid, I maybe watched one or two. It's not my thing. You know what I mean? Unless it's in there banging the girl, I don't like watching it. You know, it's just stupid to me. I think it's for dudes that don't get chicks that watch porn, for real. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? But, that's just, you know, and Scott Hall. I mean, Scott Hall's besides Shawn Michaels and Edge, you know, one of my third favorite wrestler of all time. Look at Scott Hall. Google him. He killed somebody when he was 17 years old. Hey, I love Scott. I'm just making a point. You know what I mean? He killed somebody. All the drugs he did. The stories he has. You know what I mean? Kevin Nash is going in all this year. Look at all this shit Kevin Nash. Not just what he did in his personal life. Look at what he's done. He's known as a skunk. I'm a Kevin Nash guy, though. I love Kevin Nash. And you can say it all you want, Marks, and you all can suck it, for real. And anybody who thinks something about me, I'm an Eminem boy, a Slim Shady. I say what I want, I do what I want, and nobody will do shit about it until they shut me up. So if you want to shut me up, shut me up. Don't watch me, don't watch me. Shout outs to Sean's View. What's up? Sean keeps it real. Sean and Lynn, you are keeping it real and doing it real. I like what you are doing. Maybe, I know we had our differences. I had my differences with you in the past. I am bipolar, and I tend to get mad sometimes what you were saying about CM Punk. I apologize, okay? I publicly said it. I apologize. I hate the IWC, that's what it's called. I'm right with you with them. No. Daniel Bryan sucks. He probably will end up being champion again, and he probably will win the Royal Rumble again. I hope not next year. I hope it's in a couple years. Maybe I'll probably never be out of wrestling, but... This is Joey G's rant. Like I said, you put all them other people in the Hall of Fame, Hunter, Vince, Steph, you know what I mean? Come on. You know what I mean? Chyna deserves it. If you put DX in the Hall of Fame next year, because it ain't going to be this year. If it is this year, I'll be very surprised. And you don't put Chyna in, that's really sucky and that's really mean. And WWE did a lot of mean shit to Chyna. She lost her job. She lost everything. WWE kept Chyna from her. She had to use her own name, Joni Lawler. She couldn't get a job anywhere. WWE really fucked Chyna over, and that's messed up by Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon. Hunter, hey, he's Click, and I'm Click for life, and I still like Hunter. But am I a Triple H guy? I'll say that he does run business better now than Vince McMahon. But this is Joey G. This was my rant. I just had to get this out. And that's it. I'm Joey G, and I'll do some excerpts of Raw Monday night, and maybe I'll do a show on the weekend. This is Joey G. Subscribe. Wet T-shirt contest is coming. I just got to get get some money up and get this haul. I'm out. Peace.